This is a Fast Track video update post-race recap from the King of the Hill Open Practice. I'm Wesley Outland, the Fast Track PR with you, and recapping the action real quickly. I hope you've enjoyed all of the extra video updates with the driver interviews. We're going to do a lot more tomorrow. The Fast Track Weekly Live coverage from our broadcast at the track. 700 plus listeners. Man, what an awesome turnout that was for only 2 cars racing on the track. That was a home run. We'll recap that here in a bit. We're going to talk about open practice. We had about 70 cars on the grounds, I believe, but 52 were hooked up to transponders. The driver that set quick time, the number 32, it's been about 2 or 3 years since he's competed out here, out of Pennsboro, West Virginia, the 2013 Fast Track Northeast Weekly Regional Champion, K-Rocket, Kyle Thomas, in the 32 Rocket chassis, was the fast man, 14.450 seconds around the racetrack. Chase McCormick from North Carolina, Little Mac, putting down a good lap with a 14.559. Brandon Umberger, who won the topless race number 2 last year at the World Championships, was third with a 14.582. Hot Rod LeMance, 62 years of age, winner of the last Fast Track City Chevrolet Southeast event at Livonia Speedway at the Georgia State Topless Championships, went on to be 4th on the board with a 14.590, and 4-time Southeast champion from Woodruff, South Carolina, Lightning Lee Cooper, in the 57 Barry Wright, to win a 14.601. Jonathan Davenport, Max Blair, Rick Williams, Eddie Hambrick, and Aaron Barley rounded out the top 10 excuse me, of drivers that shook their cars down of 52. Other key notable names, Jensen Ford was 13th on the board. Mr. Beckley of 2013, Chris Meadows in the 33 was 14th overall. Rowdy Wayne Robertson from Corning, New York was 15th on the clock. Other guys, Tim Dome for the Cross Lanes, West Virginia. The Cross Lanes Express was 18th. Joe Cox, Beckley regular, 19th. And David Smith on the board. Of course, he put down a top 22 lap. Other notable names, Chad Wright, 27th. Andrew Satterley, 28th. Shane Greco, 31st. Dennis Franklin, off. He is inside the top 35 at 33rd. Other drivers that kind of looked like they were struggling. King Bull Ron Parker, the number 8. He was 39th in the board. Chad Justice, 41st. And Bobby Rohr, 43rd. Billy Henry, 45th. And just a couple of notable mentional drivers. Mike Mitchell from Pennsylvania. Keep an eye on him also this weekend. He was 47th. Just, again, interesting times. Ashley Brewster, another Beckley driver, was 51st. Just some of the key notable guys of the 70-plus that were here. Now, some guys weren't hooked up on the transponders. Open practice, a big success. But when it was all said and done, the inaugural debut of the King of the Hill was exciting. 5 in the Southeast for touring, and then the weekly regional, 10 there. The same thing for the Northeast. We broke it down with the Southeast breaking it to the winner first. Awesome racing between Dill and Parker. Parker was able to advance over Dill in round number 1. Smith was able to advance over Mark Crow in round 1. Tyler Cox was over Taylor Hickson round number 1. In the 3rd pairing, Brandon Umberger took out Hot Rod LeMance in the 4th pairing of round number 1. And then, of course, Aaron Barley and Eddie Hambrick went at it hot and heavy. And when it was said and done, Eddie Hambrick went on to win. Barley got in the wall and he pulled it in after lap number, not even after the first lap. Anyhow, come down to the finals. David Smith, Brandon Umberger. These guys have battled hot and heavy all year long. They battled by 2 points for the 2011 Fast Track City Chevrolet Southeast Champion a few years ago. Bottom line, David Smith would not be denied. Umberger, they battled side by side off into the corner, down to the hole shot off the start. Smith protected the outside lane. Umberger on the bottom, catfishing in the corner. Smith was able to then try to make a crossover move on Umberger. He got by him. Umberger tried to return the favor. Didn't work. David Smith, the Southeast, King of the Hill. But then the Northeast went at it. And man, was there some interesting pairings. Angelico taking out, Thomas taking out Angelico in the first round. Max Blair taking out Andrew Satterley. You know, Chad Wright taking out Scott Gerdak. Bobby Rohr taking out Chris Southern, and Joe Prosser taking out Bad Billy Henry. Interesting. Coming down to the final, It came down between the car number 32 of Kyle Thomas and the number 11 of Bobby Rohr. And when it was said and done, Bobby Rohr was able to get the win. Thomas got up into the tater patch, almost hit the retaining wall, took out his chances. He pulled it in on the white flag lap. So it came down to car 11 of the Northeast, Bobby Rohr, and car 11 of the Southeast, David Smith. And we didn't make this up, and we didn't stage it. It wasn't rigged. It's just crazy the way the cards fell. After hyping the crowd up, it was exciting. They flipped a coin like it was the Super Bowl. It landed on tails. David Smith picked heads. In doing so, he had lost the inside for the start, or the outside for the start, excuse me. It gave Bobby Rohr the outside. David Smith had to go to the inside. And when it was all said and done, these guys battled door to door. Tara Chavez, Peepin' Dragon Photography, did a great job. Check out that video update on Fast Track Racing on Facebook and Twitter. When it's all said and done, the 2013 inaugural King of the Hill was, of course, the 11 out of Erie, Pennsylvania, Bobby Rohr. And he's the only driver right now that has more money than any other Fast Track competitor. He pocketed a cool grand, $1,000. Hope you enjoyed our video coverage. We're going to have a whole lot more tomorrow. As you can tell, Fast Track Entertainment Network and the PR is working hot and heavy. We're getting ready to shut her down for the night at 2:30 here at Beckley. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll have more video updates, Fast Track Weekly Live. And hey, send Stan Lester messages and put it on the Fast Track Facebook page that you want the World Championships broadcasted. It's been asked all this weekend, last weekend. You be heard. I'm only one voice. You be heard. Make it count. Tell them you want to have the World Championships broadcasted. And to the 700-plus listeners that enjoyed the King of the Hill, we thank you for tuning in as well. As you can see, I'm exhausted. I'm surprised I still have a voice. Yeah, it's not easy. We're going to get out of here. Take it easy. God bless all of y'all. We'll do it again tomorrow for a Fast Track video update. FastTrackRacing.com, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Good night. God bless. Night 1 in the books. The World Championships really get down to the nitty-gritty with twin topless 30s tomorrow night.